Stopping racism, creating healthy neighborhoods, and carving early career paths were among suggestions tonight at a discussion on revitalizing Youngstown.
About 200 people at the Youngstown Playhouse listened. A few of them even spoke, but in the end, most agreed it'll take strong leadership to make real change.
And with that, the City Club of the Mahoning Valley's discussion on revitalizing Youngstown began.
Places like Youngstown have a really tough time of it.
Alan Malik, considered one of the best urban development minds in the country, was on the panel. He says cities like Youngstown need to focus on creating a decent quality of life in the neighborhoods.
So you need a good program of code enforcement, rental registration to make sure that housing is safe and healthy.
Also on the panel was Presley Gillespie, who founded the Youngstown Neighborhood Development Corporation and now has a similar position in Pittsburgh. He says Youngstown needs to work with existing companies and train people for the jobs already here.
To identify what those jobs are, what are the skills that are needed to excel in those jobs, and start with youth at a very young age to prepare them for those jobs.
The third panelist was Evelyn Burnett, who grew up in Youngstown and now helps the low-income communities of color in Cleveland.
And I think that if cities don't get serious about entrenched systemic racism that permeates every single one of these systems that we're talking about.
Christine Silvestri is part of the South Side's Boulevard Block Watch. Her issue was all the money spent renovating buildings downtown while the neighborhoods were ignored.
The problem is our outlying areas of the neighborhoods that aren't getting the money or the services that they need.
Southside resident Chris Travers wanted to know why Pittsburgh is doing so good, but Youngstown, just 65 miles away, is not. Alan Malik said while Pittsburgh is close, it's a long way away economically, and do not expect the advancements in Pittsburgh to spill over to Youngstown.